Hey guys, it's Fiona from Eventide Reads and I'm here with my January book haul. So I have a ridiculous amount of books. Basically I've started getting advance copies going all the way through to August this year, which is insane. If you saw my video the other week about my TBR Shame, which if you haven't I will link somewhere on the screen and in the description, I'm going to start going through my books and getting rid of the ones that I know I'm not going to read. World Book Day is coming up, so it's a perfect opportunity to give some of these books to school kids to read. Let's just dive straight on in. So, I did buy a couple of books this month, but I'm now on a ban apart from one book which I ordered in and forgot to buy today, which is really annoying. All the books I bought this month have been hardbacks. Oops. So I'll start with the book that I got from a second-hand seller on the interwebs, and that is Heroes of Olympus, Mark of Athena. I've been trying to get hold of this cover with the UK cover, not the US cover, in hardback for ages. This is a library edition, which is why it's got the plastic sheet over it. It cost me about £6 something, so basically half the cost of the book. And this ties in nicely to some of the books I bought this month because I bought The Blood of Olympus, the final Percy Jackson Heroes of Olympus book, and it's signed by the author. So I didn't think we'd actually get signed ones in the shop, but we did, so I stole one. I didn't steal it, I paid for it, but I mean, I saw it and sort of ran with it to Goods Inn and put my name on it and was like, no one can have this but me. So I have all the Heroes of Olympus books, and I'm going to marathon them, and it is going to be amazing. I'm thinking about doing it in maybe April. Have I got much in April? Maybe I'll do it in May. Not decided yet, but it would be great if anyone else wants to read the series, if we can set up some kind of marathoning thing, event, YouTube, I don't know. But that would be pretty awesome, and I'm so excited to read the series. So excited. The third book I bought this month was the Divergent Collector's Edition, because I currently don't have any copies of Divergent. I have the original UK trade size, which has the American cover on, and my friend Morgan has had it forever. So considering my other two copies are hardback, Insurgent and Allegiant, even though they're US and UK, I thought I would get the collector's edition, and then, oh, I didn't think it would fit then. And then I have 3 different editions, but all in hardback at least, and 2 of them are collector's editions, a UK one and a US one, so pretty happy with that. Yeah, got no issues with that. So yeah, and it's a really, really nice hardback. It's just really nice. And of course, I'm filming this a little bit early, so this has actually arrived early. It is The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. And I've had a proof of this for a little while, and it's like next on my bookcase. Like, here's my little list. Reading list, Shadow Cabinet. I'm still reading the Shadow Cabinet. And then Mime Order. I was going to try and get to it before the copies arrived, and I did not. I'm gutted. Of course I had to buy the hardback even though I already have a proof of it, because I have a hardback of the first one, and oh my, do they look pretty together. Yeah, they are really. That's the first time I've actually looked at them together. My spine's kind of dirty. Excuse me while I just clean that off. I'll clean it properly later. Spit is not the way to clean your books. I'm very excited to read The Mime Order, and they look so pretty together. And is the Mime Order bigger than the Bone Season? Holy shit, it is. The proof is definitely smaller, so I will be reading from the proof. These are my collector's editions, basically, to myself. I'm collecting these. There are signed copies of the Mime Order available from waterstones.com. We didn't get any in the store, so I just bought a regular one. Those are all the books I bought this month. I got a pretty big stack of books that I received. The first one I'm going to start with is some books from Walker. So I got 2 packages from Walker at different times. The first one was this copy of The Unlikely Hero of Room 13B by Teresa Totten. Don't know pretty much nothing about it, but it says perfect book for fans of John Green and Rainbow Royale, which, you know, it's a big claim. I like this sort of cover. So something to do with superheroes as well. So yeah, that was unexpected. That comes out in March. The next 3 books came in a package together out of the blue, which is always fun. The first one is Gypsy Girl by Catherine James. This seems like quite a different kind of book. Sounds interesting. Really not sure what to make of that. This is due out in May, so I'll try and get to it before then. I'm not sure about this one. Out on the Streets, In with a Chance, Lottery Boy. A breathtaking race to survival by Michael Byrne. Really sound like my kind of thing. So, boy loses his mum and his old life, living on the streets with his dog, finds a winning lottery ticket. Not really my kind of thing, so I might pass that on to someone else. And this one, which looks really pretty. This is Drop by Katie Everson. This is due out in August this year, so this is quite far ahead. I wasn't always like this. I know what you're thinking, druggy, junkie, wreckhead trash bag, but I'm not sticking needles in my arm or sleeping on the streets or stealing to feed the habit. I'm not one of those. This has got me really intrigued because I don't even know what this means. There's obviously some drug references, but it's a twist on it. I know absolutely nothing. Like, literally, that's all it says in the back. That just sounds really, really curious. The next is a book from HarperCollins. This is one of the middle grades, which they send me quite a bit. Not sure, again, if I'll read it or if I'll pass it on. But we'll see. So this is Ferals, the Crow Talker by Jacob Gray. It's about a boy an orphan boy who can talk to crows, and he finds another group of people whose help he needs, and they can also talk to animals. So I like the whole animal theme going on. Crows seem to be making a comeback in books. They seem to be around everywhere. Next is from Macmillan, and that is Olivia Grace is Not a Princess, of a spin-off, like the start of a spin-off series for the Princess Diaries. Not only that, Princess Diaries 11 is The Royal Wedding. What? What is this? Like, I remember Princess Diaries when I was a child. I'm a little bit excited about it, just a smidge. The other book I got from Macmillan this month is There's No Such Thing as a Little White Lie, The Lie Tree by Frances Harding. KYA at its best for fans of Patrick Neffs, Meg Rosoff and James Dawson, considering I've still not managed to read any of those authors and I own their books. The next one is Marleys Ghost by David Levithan. This is a twist on Christmas Carol and... oh god, that's really dirty. A twist on Christmas Carol and Valentine's, so very appropriate for the time of year just gone and the time of year coming up. Hoping to sell lots of this for Valentine's, even though it sounds really sad, but teens love that, right? Right? And it's like super short. Next we have a copy of Starborn by Lucy Hounsom. I think I've said that right. This is Waterstones exclusive proof, which is really awesome because the author is actually a Waterstones staff member, which is pretty damn cool. And it's got like a little letter in it to her fellow booksellers, which I think is just really cool. And it's a fantasy published by Tor, but it's about a young woman, not like a young woman. So hopefully sort of like 20s-ish, a little bit older, more my age. That's kind of why I picked it up. I want to read more fantasy. So on the back here, a young girl's choices and mistakes will shape the fate of thousands in a world of violence, power and madness. I don't know, it just sounded really cool, and I like all this sort of like compassy star things going on. I don't know, it just sounded really interesting and I really want to read more fantasy. I'm sort of turning towards more fantasy than 9 to 12 because I was trying to read both more this year. Oh well, never mind. Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, or in our case, Waterstones. Penguin did this really cool thing where they printed a load of these without Simon written there, and they've had like people's names printed and stuff, and we've all gotten Waterstones ones, which was really kind of cool, and I think that's just a really exciting thing to do. I saw this on NetGalley and was like, should I, shouldn't I? I didn't in the end, because it came in the post. I didn't request any of these are just a random post, which is, fine by me. And yeah, I've heard loads of people talking about this and I'm really excited about it. Next are 2 books from Hodder and 2 books from the same author. So I have a copy of Rooms by Lauren Oliver. I know this is an older publication, September 2014, this is a proof. Don't know if I'm going to read it, but I've generally liked Lauren Oliver. I've not loved her, but I've not disliked any of her books. I've just liked them. They've been good reads. This might be a little bit too creepy to me. It's ghosts. So maybe I'll pass that on, maybe I won't, I don't know. And the other one is Vanishing Girls, also by Lauren Oliver. Again, loads of people talking about it. It's a heart-stopping, heartbreaking new novel. It's coming out in March. I don't know, it just sounds a little bit more, sounds like there's a little bit more to it than Panic. So fingers crossed for that. Next is a book I'm really excited about, and that is Arsenic for Tea by Robin Stevens. I really liked Murder Most and Ladylike, and I know so many people do, and people started talking and asking for this already, and I'm just really excited. I don't really like historical in ways, because it's a mystery, I kind of enjoy that anyway, so I love it. I'm really excited to read this. The next is The Sin Eater's Daughter by Melissa Salisbury. This is going to be the Waterstones Loves title choice. So that must mean that is the children's book of the month. I got really confused there, didn't I? I was like, I don't know what it is. This is the book of the month for next month. So this is going to be our Waterstones Loves title, which is basically like an extra title. People are reading this at the moment and they seem really, really positive about it, really interesting, and it's just so pretty and kind of creepy, but it's like fantasy kind of thing and crazy fatal touches, and I don't know, it just sounds really exciting. So yeah, excited for that. And last but not least, any of you who know me fairly well will know that I did not like Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I'm possibly the only person on BookTube who didn't like it. But I have a copy of A Court of Thorns and Roses. So I thought I would try this, because it's completely set apart from Throne of Glass. But I have been told that Throne of Glass books get better and better and better. So that's why I thought I would read this, and if I like it, I will go back and I'll read book 2 in the series, because I already have it. I have it on my Kindle, because I wasn't sure if I was actually going to read it. So I was like, I'll buy it on my Kindle for now. And if I do enjoy it, I'll buy a paperback, because I don't have Throne of Glass anymore either. I got rid of that. So yeah, I'm undecided about that, but I thought that this was there, and I do like fantasy YA, and it's had really positive feedback. I'm going to give Sarah J. Maas another go, and yeah, I'm excited about it. That was insanely long. Thank you for sticking with me through all of that. I have a ridiculous amount of books. I'm not going to go through them and pull like a bonanza full to try and get rid of, so I can fit these on there. I hope you guys have enjoyed my video today, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye! Now where do I start? I start by not standing on Toothless. 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 Toothless can sit next to Stormfly because they're buddies. The cat will stop knocking them over. Toothless, why you not sit on the shelf? Toothless, why? Now it looks like you're sniffing Stormfly's butt. And Stormfly is not happy about it. Ah! Yay! Oh no, I've knocked my thing off. Where'd it go? Oh no! Why did no one tell me I knocked them off? Okay, future reference. Put those higher when I am filming. I hope you guys have enjoyed my... I just have a lamp here which I keep smacking. And then, yeah, the proper way to film in your pajamas.